Patton Oswalt. Sit right there. There's your tea.
Right before I sit, may I use the restroom really quick?
Yes.
2 seconds.
No.
Damn it.
No.
I see what you're doing.
No, but that's
I see
good.
what you're doing with your interview subjects.
No, that's my daughter. Do not pee on my daughter.
That's not happening.
Okay, I'm going to send him to
That's
pee.
your other podcast.
Let's roll into a commercial really quickly. Let him pee.
Is this live?
No.
But he's live. He's rolling.
You're
Go
so-
to a commercial. He's going to piss. Hi, I'm Howie Mandel, and I want to talk to you about something personal. Your gut. Not too personal, so don't panic. Most probiotics come in pills and capsules. It's like managing your microbiome turns into a part-time job. Corium Plus Live Probiotics are easy liquid formulas. You get 10 active strains and true support for healthy digestion, balanced immune system, and even mood. Head to coriumplus.com, use code Howie10 and get 10% off plus free shipping. Your gut will thank you. You're welcome.
You're so old school.
What?
That we'll be back right after this.
The peeing
Yeah.
song, the peeing song, the peeing
An ad.
song, the peeing song, the peeing song, the peeing song, the peeing song, the pee.
What? I'm not supposed to say that either.
It is
here's
Tuesday.
that.
You can say whatever you want.
He's back from peeing. He's back from peeing. He's back from peeing, but he's doing circles. He's back from peeing. He's back from peeing. He's back from peeing, but he's walking in circles. Circles, in circles. Did he pee in circles? Circles, circles. Did he pee in circles?
You know, Patton, they play that song, as you know. You could sit. Sit down. There's a headset, there's a microphone, there's tea, there's fluids, there's everything for you.
This is like a podcast.
Yeah, that's Sonny and the Black Pack who play the song. Sometimes we post it separately, sometimes it's part of it. They play that song, Will He Dance, or Will They Dance, or whatever, and you were nice enough to sing along, not dance.
I didn't dance.
You didn't dance. But then, the Pee song that you danced for that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't feel the Will They Dance song, but the peeing.
I try to surprise the fans. You know, you give them what they don't know they want. You know what I mean?
You like
they
a
don't,
laugh track too?
They don't know what they want. You know what I mean? I will. And weirdly enough, while they were playing "Will He Dance," I peed a little bit. So you do the opposite.
You need to do Kegel exercises.
I really do. And you know, and I keep saying I'm going to do them.
Yeah.
You know, I put them in my planner, and I even put a little alert. And the alert, and I just keep hitting sleep. And
You have no idea what those exercises do for you. It's just amazing. I've been doing them now for about 2.5 years, and I have a 6-sack.
I thought, wait a minute, and this is me being completely ignorant. I thought Kegel exercises were they're for everybody. Kegels are for everybody?
I thought they were for women, too. What is it? It
strengthens your pelvic floor.
Your pelvic floor.
Muscles.
Your pelvic
And we all have a pelvic floor.
We do.
Right.
We really do.
So they will do it because after pregnancy or after birthing, right, the muscles down there become weak and then you can't hold in your fluids. Is that true?
Speak for yourself.
Well, since this is my daughter,
Have you?
so since we had her, I could hold in my fluids, but you know there's a pad now for men called Tenna?
Do you know there's also something called a yoni egg? Have you heard of a yoni egg?
No, I haven't heard of any of this.
Okay.
Is this like
Do
are you making things up to see what, are they going to start playing a song going, what will he believe? What will
What
he
is a yoni egg?
believe?
Google yoni egg. Put it up.
Yoni egg?
I don't know what the yoni egg is.
Oh, it's great.
I just saw a commercial for Tenna, though.
Okay.
Do you know what Tenna is?
You just said it's for guys that urinate in the
But I didn't think they had man pads.
You could
it's a
put them
man-
in your man-made.
Yeah.
So Tenna is the brand name for man pads. It's not.
I think it's a man pad. There's a commercial where a guy comes out and he's wet him. I dribbles, and then but he doesn't have to work. What?
So a man comes out and goes, I'm peeing right now. But you wouldn't know.
Google the
No, we had yoni egg first.
Oh, yoni egg first. Yoni egg first.
It's a polished egg-shaped stone meant to be inserted into your vagina for pelvic floor exercises and spiritual practices.
Isn't that what Benoit balls are?
Beignets?
Don't you know what Benoit balls? Have you ever heard of that? Does anybody know what those are?
We're starting this episode on like 5. We're like 5 tangents back from even introducing ourselves. Like we are.
Patton Oswalt, ladies and gentlemen.
God,
Patton
Lord.
Oswalt.
Benoit.
Sorry.
Benoit.
And this is my daughter, Jackie.
Yeah.
Would I wear these light gray sweatpants if I wasn't confident in the moisture-stopping power of Tenna's?
Is it Tenna? Tenna, there's like a 30-second commercial I just saw where a man comes out in his underpants.
Who is on Benoit Baldwin? He's one step
Sorry.
How do you
behind us.
spell Tenna?
T-E-N-A. I think.
Duh.
I think so. Tenna pad commercial.
Tenna pad.
But are there? Do you know other men that wear pads? I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Me either. And
I thought it was just diapers.
I think
Is
it's
that when
because
you're really old?
depends. You know that I tried to get the. You know, I wasn't doing a joke.
There.
But
Oh, I
came
thought
out-
you were doing a
joke.
What?
What? What is that?
What's happening?
Is that it?
Tenna.
What am I looking at?
What is that?
Don't settle for period pads.
No, the
The arm
men.
side.
For men. For men.
It's
men.
Tenna is women.
It's for
Yeah.
women. It's for women.
No.
Are you wearing them?
Not wearing one.
Look at the YouTube channel. It says Tenna Women.
Put Tenna man. Tenna man.
No, it's just you.
Am I wearing the wrong pad?
Hello.
Why?
I want to talk to you about my urine leakage.
Oh, there.
But first, let's get comfortable.
See, he's got urine
Tenna Men
leakage.
absorbent protectors are designed for men.
See?
Fits discreetly into my underwear. You'd never know.
See, you'd
and
never
they
know.
protect like Tenna.
See? There you go.
No
All right.
more drip.
Okay. Anyway, that was it.
I'm learning so much.
So what's going on, Patton?
I mean, well, I'm feeling pretty confident about my inevitable urine leakage when I hit my 70s.
I'm 70. I'm there.
You're 70?
Within days.
Oh, wow. You're taking very good care of yourself.
I'm trying to. Are you taking
Yeah.
care of yourself?
I'm trying to. I'm starting to realize that everything I do now has almost immediate consequences. I think that's part of the thing of growing older. There's not the quick recovery like when you were young.
Right.
And you have to start like going, okay, what am I going to take care of and what am I not going to take care of? Because there's still certain things in life that I want to be able to do.
What can't you do?
I mean, I want to be able to I don't want to be getting up at 5 a.m. and taking a strip off my nose and putting my head in ice water. I'd like to continue to. I think a healthy life, or a life where you're winning, is you sleep until you wake up. You have hours to just daydream or read or just hang, and you're not just on this constant grind. I mean, people have.
Do you have kids?
I have a daughter. Yeah.
Oh. And you can just still sleep until you decide to wake
Well,
up. And...
she's 16 now, so
Oh,
she appreciates
okay.
me sleeping in.
Okay.
She's very cool. I mean, but okay. I also want to just go hang with my daughter and go
Wow.
and get sandwiches and not have to worry about. Well, wait a minute. When was the last time? I got to have protein before caffeine. I got to have this many grams. I just want to have a day without schedule or story, and I'm going to hang on to that as long as I possibly can, because that to me is winning, rather than people have turned grinding and being a slave to these schedules into a form of winning, but that to me means you've lost. If you can,
So you don't want to do anything. You just want to.
it's not that I don't want to
Wake
do
up and
anything.
daydream.
I'll go on a nice walk. I don't really smoke weed anymore. I drink very little. That's only because my alcohol tolerance is still the same as it was, but the hangovers have increased like tenfold. Anyone over 40 will tell you that. It's nothing.
And do you pee a lot?
And I pee a lot.
You do. I mean,
do.
I was always like, when I was younger
Mm-hmm.
and I was going someplace and then I showed up like you just did and said, I got to go pee.
That's what I had to do.
My mom would say, why didn't you go before?
I did go before. I was literally just at the Denny's 20 minutes beforehand, the one around the corner, and I peed before I came over here. And then when I got here, I had to pee again.
Howie Mandel here. You know the drill. You try to book an appointment, they tell you it'll be 3 weeks out, and then you end up spending half your morning in a waiting room full of coughing and sneezing. And let's be honest, between doctor's offices and pharmacy lines, I would rather host a game show where every contestant has the flu. This is why TeleRx makes total sense. You order online, real doctors prescribe. TeleRx pharmacies will fill your prescriptions for FDA-approved meds and ship straight to you as soon as the next day. Head over to telerx.com and use the code TELECARES for 15% off.
You love Denny's.
I do love Denny's.
I love Denny's.
I love Denny's.
It is a place of comfort and peace.
I go there. I used to go there every day.
It's the best.
It is. It
So
is.
hang on, I want you to email me whatever Kegel exercises you're doing, just so that I can tell.
Six-act?
Well, yeah, because I want to be able to text my friends from high school that I'm on a thread with, going, "Yeah, Howie Mandel's got me on these Kegel exercises
Let's
now."
see if there are men.
Like
I think there's
I-
also an exercise. Do you have that video? You're going to have to pull it, Jeremy. The
I
one
want
where
my-
that guy in the back, he's digging in the back. Does that feel better? Does that feel better? Okay.
I just want my LA life to be as surreal as possible when I text it to people. Like, I want to be able to do weird non sequitur stuff like that, you know?
Well, I did it because of the look. I don't know that I'm healthier for it, but to
Mm-hmm.
have a six-sack like I do, to be ripped down there, is
A six-sack?
A six-sack.
Yeah. You want to be able to roll a marble along your scrotum.
Yeah, or go
Yeah.
like a
Venetian blind?
washboard nuts. I want washboard nuts.
You want to be able to play in a jug band, but without a washboard.
Yes.
There are Kegel exercises for men, by the way.
Yeah, but you can have somebody come and work your pelvic floor. I also have a. What?
Who do you have working your pelvic
Just
floor?
say that it's Lee Majors, so I can. I just want to be able to text that too.
Lee Majors?
Howie
That's
Mandel.
so
Howie
left
Mandel
out of
taught
left-
me these exercises that Lee Majors gave him for his.
No, but
Kegels.
this is for you. This is for it's your Kegel, your whole pelvic floor. This is for lower back. But this is and I can send you to this guy. This guy is. Why are you looking? There it is. Just here, back pain for 40 years, and it's part of the lower back. Just play it a little bit, just to show.
Is this tender?
No.
Tender
Is it gonna
here?
crack?
Nope.
Here?
A little bit.
Here.
Okay, stop it.
No.
Stop it. So that's it. That guy can just by putting his just digging his fingers right in there. He knows he could find the spot, your weak point.
He is the pee stopper, is what you're saying. He could go in and stop me having to pee so much.
Well, a part of it is your musculature in your pelvic base floor.
Pelvic floor.
Yeah. Are you touring now?
It's an amazing interview, Howie. It's fantastic.
Why am I sensing irony?
No, that was absolute sincerity.
Really?
I think we're so steeped in irony now that even sincerity feels like irony now. Or people are always on the guard for it because we don't want to. We're so nervous now about like sharing a video. Like, you're not going to believe this, and then immediately we're like, well, that's AI, dude. Look at
That
it
wasn't
again.
AI.
No, I'm not saying that's AI. I'm just saying that we're so sincerity. We are all in a weird defensive crouch about sincerity now because of how the world is.
I don't think so. I don't.
I'm just telling you my experience.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, okay. Then that's a great. By the way, that's a great way to open an interview. First off, I don't really care about your viewpoint or your experiences, but let's talk. Let's go through your IMDb. And by the way, I don't care about any of this.
I find him one of the most fascinating people. Just to listen to, I think you're incredibly funny, and I think you're incredibly a good person. And I've been wowed by you for many years. You and your life experiences and how you go through life and you do comedy. He's everything. You know, he's a. Are you a pony?
Am I a pony?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a. Yes. Sorry. I thought we were getting into new slang that I was going to have to catch up on. No. I'm on My Little Pony recurring. Are you a pony on My Little Pony?
No.
Oh.
A man can dream.
Hey guys, if you're here's what I love about that show. It's called My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic. The girl that did it,
right?
The woman that did it, because you remember My Little Pony from the '80s. That show.
Well, I know what episode specifically.
It was. Let's not go down that route. We only have an hour.
Okay.
So that was just a show to sell toys to kids.
Yeah.
And at the time, this young girl, I know her last name is Faust. She's a big animator at Cartoon Network, and she would watch that show and go, "Why aren't there other adventures?" She made up all these other characters that the other ponies would have adventures with in her notebooks, and then she became an animator and was working on Powerpuff Girls and stuff like that. And then they said, well,
My son's favorite show.
Yes, Powerpuff is still a great show. And they were going to reboot My Little Pony, and she said, yeah, I'll do that. And she went into her old notebooks from when she was like 8, and all those characters are from when she was a little kid.
Wow.
And she goes, this is the world I wanted to see. And also the show is fun to watch because there's all of these visual references to like movies and pop culture that are hidden in the background. So it's like I'm giving the adults something to look at while the kids are enjoying their adventures. You're like, oh my God, that's the Big Lebowski in the background. There's the dude. There's
Easter eggs.
All these little Easter eggs. It's fantastic.
But the path I was going down to, do you go to the conventions with the ponies? What are
I've
they called?
never done a brony thing.
Bronies.
No,
Yes.
never done that.
But they know you. You're well known, and you're known as a pony. You must be like a god in the brony world.
I haven't physically set foot in the brony world, but I have been at conventions where people have brought me photographs of my character to sign. But the brony thing, I think it would be almost too intense for me. It's all brony stuff, and they go down like there's deep lore there that I don't know, and I would get very nervous because I have a problem with people pleasing, and I don't want to let anybody down. By going, I don't know.
So you're afraid that if you go to
let down the bronies?
if you go to a brony convention, you're afraid you're going to blow them.
They'll bring up that. Amazing that's where your mind went. No, I don't want someone.
You said you're a pleaser.
Okay, so hang on. So people pleasing to you is immediately just and you blow people.
No, people pleasing at a brony convention is what?
Is brony sexual?
Knowing. I don't know that it's sexual. Just knowing all the lore. If they bring up like some obscure pony character, and like I don't know who that is, you know.
Oh,
that's what I'm worried about.
In information.
Yeah.
Yes. So you do that.
Yeah.
You're also
not blowing people.
I wasn't talking about people. I'm talking
You're
about
talking bronies.
Oh, you're talking
Specific.
about bronies.
Specific.
Yeah. Okay.
He's also an amazing. Well, go ahead.
We had a fact check. You said that Powerpuff Girls was your son's favorite show.
Yes.
That's not quite true, but he does have a crush on Bubbles.
He only liked Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You did a lot of animation voices, though, Howie.
Yeah.
You just
No. I did a lot of characters.
One voice.
One voice.
Well, you
so
did.
I was Skeeter on the Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies.
Skeeter, talk like this.
And then I was Bobby on Bobby's World.
Bobby, talk like this.
And then I was Gizmo on Gremlins in the Gremlin movies.
Talk like this.
Man, you made that
whole.
You used that thing, man.
They did.
You got but you got the most out of it.
I got tons.
And they did.
One voice and yet a ton of jobs.
Yes.
I like voiceover. You do voiceover. You did voiceover on the Goldbergs.
I did voiceover. I was the narrator on the Goldbergs. I did voiceover this morning before I came here. I was over in Burbank doing an episode of a WB show that I just realized I can't talk about right now, but it's just
Are you going to call me after this podcast and
I'll let you know who to talk to.
No, and make me edit that last sentence out?
No, Lee, that I can get away with saying that. That'll add some intrigue to it.
It will be intriguing.
Yeah, but you don't know exactly what the show is. What
People
the
like
character is.
mysteries.
They love that.
What are your hobbies? I know you're a big reader. You're a big
huge bookworm, big movie buff. My hobbies, I'm also trying to figure out some hobbies where I'm actually creating and making stuff rather than consuming stuff, because I realize that a lot of my hobbies are about downloading, music, movies, books. Like I just really love that stuff, and I'm thinking maybe to stave off Alzheimer's, maybe start learning a skill or an instrument, something like that. To like,
you got a lot of thoughts, a lot of deep thoughts about the end of your world.
Yeah, yes, a lot of
it all started with a piss, and now it's like you really. Howie Mandel here. What if the future of wellness isn't a pill? Well, look at this. The Pearl is a wellness Wi-Fi for your home. It emits frequency waves to support energy and recovery at the cellular level. It's called Resonant Light, and it works for pets and plants as well. It's easy to use, safe and portable. You can move freely around your home, cook dinner, relax, sleep, or watch me on your screen, all while receiving Pearl's amazing benefits. Click to learn more and use code Howie for a limited time offer. You know, speaking of, this is probably old news, but I never got to talk to you about it, and you know, your first wife, and because of you, was responsible for the capture and end of the career of the Golden State killer, rapist.
Yeah.
Do you know that? You know, remember the Golden State killer?
Killer, the Golden State.
He's still alive, right?
He is very, very much alive, and if you watch the court proceedings when he's frail in his wheelchair and trying to, you know, garner sympathy. Look at me, I'm just this old man. And then when he enters his cell, he's just doing pull-ups and out of his seat and like, well, that didn't work.
Have you ever tried to contact him and say, I got you?
No, I wouldn't, because I didn't. And I don't want to, that would feel very, very weird and disrespectful, not just to Michelle, but to the victims. But the only thing I'd ever want to, if I ever had a chance to speak to him, which I wouldn't, because he's a fucking zilch. I don't know why, but I would ask him the questions that Michelle wanted to ask him. And I also know he wouldn't answer. He would just shut down and not say anything.
Even at this point, do you think he?
Even at this point, yeah. Serial killers are almost to a person, they are just these blank nothings, and they don't feel like they take up any space or importance in the world. So the only way they can do that is by taking things out of the world and building this weird anti-hero myth about themselves. I'm the dark avenger or whatever it is. They're the heroes. They are the wronged heroes of their own epic fantasies in their heads.
But didn't he have like a regular life too, right?
Well, they all have regular lives, but it wasn't the life he wanted. He clearly wanted to be this big badass who mattered. I think he was a cop for a while.
Right, he was a cop, and then he was married.
Yeah, and then he lost that job. Probably because of, I don't even know why he lost that job, because I don't care about
just
him.
So that just to inform people who are listening and watching right now, his first wife was a real like, she loved true crime, like your mom. You know, and she watched everything to true crime, and she started writing this book. She was interested in this one particular case. He was, what was he called? He was called the
Well, what she started doing was just investigating cold cases on her website, because she realized that now with Google Maps and Facebook searches and LexisNexis searches, the public has a lot of the tools that the police used to have.
You used to do that too. You know, she was searching for that girl. It was that girl that got killed on the road. Remember, you were searching where they couldn't find the body. The guy came home. The boy came home.
Gabby Petito.
Yeah, Gabby Petito. She was searching for her.
Gabby Petito?
Petito. Yeah.
Yeah, she got into these cold cases up in the Northwest, and even went to one of the murder sites so that she could realize, oh, whoever did this killing, he didn't just walk down to the beach with a gun. This is a very hard beach to get down to. That was a very heavy rifle use. This is an outdoorsman who knows. This isn't just some random guy, like going and walking the spaces and then using all the other investigative tools. And that led to her writing an article in LA Magazine about this guy who was originally called the East Area. This is up in Sacramento. And then he vanished, and then he popped up again down in like Irvine, and then they called him the original Night Stalker. So it was like, and one of the homicide detectives that she worked with said something really interesting and creepy. One of the reasons this guy stayed uncaught for so long is he was never really given a cool name. He never was given a name that really popped, like Zodiac or the Night Stalker. This was like, well, it's East Area, but also original night. Like it just. So then she dubbed him the Golden State Killer, and that kind of helped to even. It was very ironic the day that he got caught. There's a press conference, and I understand cops want to get credit for it. I get it, but one of the reporters was asking the cop who was doing the press conference, did Michelle McNamara's work have anything to do with the capture?
Michelle
McNamara was my
first
late wife. Yeah, did have anything to do with this case being closed? And the guy goes, Michelle McNamara's work had nothing to do with the capture of the Golden State Killer. But he's
called the Golden State Killer
because of her, and the reason he's called that is because the case got reopened. And every other investigator, like Paul Holes, like that actually worked the case, like, yeah, she absolutely had something to do with reopening this case and getting people to share information across departments and bring it all home. And she even suggests in the book, maybe use a familial DNA search. That's how and that's how they got him. So,
She made that suggestion.
Yes.
Wow.
Use familial DNA, which now they use all the time.
Right, but they weren't using it then.
No, because again, it was all, and there's a lot of like old school cops, and I understand this because I'm this way. You were showing me all this AI stuff, and I'm very curmudgeonly about like AI and virtual stuff. Well, there's a lot of cops that are like, the internet, I'm not going on some computer. That's what teenagers do. Like I knock on doors, I look at evidence, I look at photographs. Like it took them a while to realize, no, the internet and all of its tools are actually very helpful. It's just a different mindset that you have to kind of.
It's just more access. All it is more access.
And
we see that happen a lot these days. Like that one movie, The Must Love Cats. Is that what it is? Or the one
Don't fuck with
Don't
cats.
fuck with cats.
Oh, yeah.
She always thinks must love and don't
cats.
fuck is the same thing.
But don't fuck with cats. It's like all these internet sleuths that the law enforcement won't chase these leads, that all the internet sleuths are like, no, we're seeing him here. We're seeing him in chat rooms. We're seeing this. And they're like, that's not the way we do our investigation. And we even heard that with John Edward, who was recently on, who was talking about another investigator that used a psychic to help him. And
you believe in that?
No.
Really?
I'm sorry, I don't believe in psychics. And yes, sometimes cops will go talk to psychics when they're desperate, but that's just I for some reason I don't know. I don't really believe in psychics. I have friends who've had some very interesting psychic experiences, and I've had friends who've had very amazing supernatural experiences, and I don't discount any of that. But I think I think certain people live at a vibration where you do not butt up against the supernatural the way other people do. And I've never had any kind of supernatural encounter, no ghosts, no time slips, UFOs, nothing. And I just think that I'm not at the vibration that connects with that world.
Right. And I think most people aren't, but you're not open to somebody else who connects with that vibration even if it was to prove them wrong. What if you were able to sit with somebody and they would tell you something about your wife that only you would know? Would that not rattle you?
It would depend on the circumstance, but there's a lot of I've read a lot of like Ricky Jay books and Charles Fort, and I know there's a lot of old.
They're debunkers.
Well, they're debunkers, but it's not so much they're debunkers. They're just like, these are old carnival techniques that these people have waited for enough people to die off that they've forgotten about them, that now they can just use them anew. This is just old stuff that they're doing. They're just using old cold reading techniques and passing it off as psychic phenomenon. And so that, so it's not so much that they're debunking, they're just going, this isn't anything new. This is just old stuff that these guys went and researched, and I know about this because I'm a nerd and I know and I read about this stuff. So I'm always a little skeptical about that kind of thing.
Are you skeptical just about psychics, or also about like the afterlife and spiritual and ghosts?
I'm skeptical about psychics very specifically for a lot of reasons. I'm only skeptical about the supernatural in that I've never experienced it, but I don't discount it. I just think that some people experience it and some people don't. It's like how some people are able to hear certain musical notes, or some people are able to write jokes and some people can't. Some people can remember every flavor they've ever tasted to combine them to cook. It's just different different vibrations and different abilities that you either have or don't have. And it's nothing. It doesn't put you on any greater or lesser plane than anyone else. There's certain things that you're just not in tune with.
What do you think happens when you die?
I used to think that you go. There's a great line that I remember from. Oh God, who the fuck said this? I hate saying stuff that I can't. I hate quoting something but I for some reason I'm blanking on who. But I do think that I heard this phrase: when you die, you go where you think you ought to go, which means at the point of dying, that's when all of your poses and delusions and versions of yourself that you put out there to make yourself feel good about who you are, those go away in the last moment, and the core of who you are knows where you should go, and that's where you go. And what that also implies is you can create your afterlife in your mind. Your afterlife can be the last conscious second of your brain as you're dying, but you can live in that second for an eternity, and you can create whatever that is. And so...
So do you believe there's an existence?
I don't think that there's an existence that can interact with this plane, but there's an existence you can create that you can then live in. But then I just heard something really interesting, which I actually like even more, because it falls in, it agrees with my view of the universe. And again, this is very egocentric, but the universe itself is constantly trying to, we're living in a slow motion explosion, basically. And each of our particles is part of this. The Big Bang happened. Now, on a cosmic level, it's just a big explosion. But it is happening at the most super, and in those slow motion moments, that can be an Earth with all these lives, all this literature, all these experiences. But all of it is just part of an explosion. And we are just a little aspect of that explosion that's free for a second, and then when our energy is done, we fall back into the explosion, and then we come out somewhere else. And we could come out as a bit of cosmic dust just alone in space. We can come out as a whole other personality, either on this planet or another one. But there is a massive explosion that hasn't resolved itself, and our lives are just part of the unconnected event of this explosion. That's all it is.
The confusing part for me from you is those are very...
But by the way, I'm still confused, and I'm still struggling with this thing constantly. I think I always I always get suspicious when one goes, "Here's what happened." No, just tell me what you think right now, and just know that in 5 years you'll hear or experience something else that'll totally upend that, and be open to that. Anyway,
right, but you're open to these very vast, wonderful possibilities.
Yes.
If you're open to that, how can you be so close to the fact that there is an opportunity for somebody to be connected to that, to whatever that is,
to the afterlife,
to whatever's happening in the afterlife, to whatever, yes.
I always am suspicious of anyone or any group that says a bigger power has seeked us out to be higher than or more connected than. You seek out whatever you think is your God or your mysticism or your mystery. It doesn't seek you.
But science, as we know it, says, energy cannot be destroyed. It only changes forms, and life is an energy.
Which is what I was just saying when the explosion thing. We are all just tiny facets of this explosion. It's like, they would freeze moments of the attacks on 9/11, and it would look like there was a demon face in the smoke.
Right.
For all we know, we're just looking at these weird different moments where in the middle of this explosion, I am seeing this studio and you guys sitting there and me sitting here expounding on it, and the next second it's something else.
Right.
This is just a frozen moment and then it's gone. It's gone.
But because it's gone, does that mean it didn't exist, and you can't ruminate on what happened or what's going to happen?
It absolutely existed, but I think that you're there to ruminate on the fact that the universe and your whole life is each little moment, rather than some huge scorecard of events that's going to be tallied up at the end of your life, and you'll either get some kind of reward. It's not sports.
Well, I know, but that's the argument for religion or not.
Exactly.
So religion, you're doing it, in most religions, you're doing it to
get
some sort of reward at the end or some sort of punishment at the end. But I'm just saying it is what it is. Listen, I'm not arguing with you, and I don't know. I had no belief system whatsoever in psychic ability, but I have now been personally experiencing.
Were you rattled? Did you see something that made you change your mind?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I'm not discounting that.
And you know what? I would love somebody and open to somebody telling me how that might, what that could have been.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if we're living in an explosion and we are all particles that are coming out of an explosion, that means that we're just living without being even able to articulate it, we are living with a cosmic level of trauma and eruption and noise and pain in every single second that we've managed to turn this into life. And that's why I don't, even though I'm an atheist, I don't look down on other religions. There's something kind of beautiful about the fact that at the core of every religion was someone going, in the face of all of this unknown and all of this terror and all of this trauma and all this explosion, I'm going to try to put some sense, a story onto this so that I and maybe other people can live. Now, unfortunately, some people get a hold of that and they use it for evil. Right. But I think the core of every religion does start off as something hopeful and good. It's just, it's hard to keep it out of the wrong hands. But then again, a lot of things start off really good and then fall into the wrong hands. It's the story
humanity.
It's humanity.
That's humanity. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And that's why I have a problem with most organized religions.
Yes, exactly. But again, the religion itself is not evil. It's how it's used. It's I think did Rebecca Solnit say this? An axe. You can take an axe, you can chop up firewood to build a fire and warm people and keep them safe or build homes for them. You can also accidentally drop it and cut your foot off. And you can also murder somebody with it. But the axe itself is just this thing. It depends on whose hand it is. Malevolent, clumsy, or beneficial.
Right.
You know, which I think is going to end up being the same thing with AI, with gene splicing, with all this stuff. There's always going to be the beneficial, the useful, the clumsy. We're seeing the clumsy with AI right now, just on an epic level.
Are you afraid?
I'm not. I'm afraid of the malevolence which is going to come. I don't think the malevolence has come yet. I think right now we're looking at the clumsy, and the clumsy itself is dangerous enough.
Right.
But the malevolence is going to be, because the malevolence will be, again, the malevolence won't come from the AI. It will come from whoever has a hold of it and wants to do something with it.
Right.
You know, the AI. I've always said the AI is a baby. It didn't create itself.
Right.
We created AI. So we have to raise this baby. We need to raise it and show it beauty and tolerance and art and great achievements and, you know, the joy and hopefulness. And right now we're raising AI like a couple of meth head parents. Like, we're passed out on the couch and we're letting it eat gummy worms all day and watch Requiem for a Dream on a loop. Like, of course it's going to nuke us. So we need to start showing it better things.
I agree.
There's also, have you heard of AI hallucination?
No.
So there's...
Hang on, I can almost guess what that is at this point, though.
It's people not knowing that AI is programmed to essentially agree with you or perpetuate your ideas or your beliefs or your philosophies unless you actually train it to do fact-based intelligence. So, like, people are using it as a tool, but it's really just perpetuating their own ideas and making up studies or quote-unquote facts that don't actually exist in order to further your thoughts or agendas.
That is going to lead to a lot of messianic and religious hysteria of people going, I have been chosen. I've been sought. There's nothing more dangerous in history than a man or woman or anyone who goes, a higher power has seeked me out to do a mission. That right there is the beginning of the end. Whenever someone thinks, oh no, I've been chosen, I'm this person of destiny. That's always the most dangerous.
There's someone on TikTok right now that's using it for that and showing everyone that her AIs are telling her that she is the chosen one, that she's enlightened, that she,
But I think a lot of people, even in just regular level religious organizations, always feel that they have been chosen and they're following the path of whatever voice they believe is telling them to do.
We have always had that. We also always had people riding horses, and you could fall off a horse and knock your head open. But with cars, we can do it even faster and with even more damage and take out even more people. So AI is just that potential of danger, but cranked up to an even crazier, faster level. It can get people to that messianic fervor even faster now. When you're talking to this thing which you have been told is a super intelligence, and the super intelligence is telling you, wow, you're blowing my mind right now. There's a lot of people that should not have that technology in their hands and should not be being told that.
As a father of a 16-year-old young lady, how are you kind of
I mean,
She's probably more aware of it than even
Yeah,
us.
I mean, again, I think the danger with AI and the danger of brain rot online, I think it's more dangerous for Gen X and the Boomers than it is my daughter's generation, because she can take it or leave it. She's not someone who's addicted to her phone the way that I have to. Like, I just instituted a thing. Instituted, like I'm running. I just said the word instituted.
Well, you've been chosen to.
I have been chosen. No. Just for myself, a few weeks ago, I just realized, don't look at your phone before 9 a.m. and don't look at it after 9 p.m. Just don't do that. You just don't look at any screens. And it has made.
Is that because you wake up at 9:30 a.m. and you're asleep by 8? It's not that hard.
Did you do it, or did you actually put a lock on your phone?
I actually did it. There's a lock. Yeah. So when I get up in the morning, I go outside. I look at things. I have a cup of tea. I will maybe read a book or just sit and think, because I realize. And again, going back to our experience as comedians, some of our best stuff we've ever written was, I'm bored on the road in a comedy condo, or I'm at the mall on a Thursday afternoon and I'm looking at things and thinking about stuff, and that turned into bits, rather than going online and seeing it's already been processed. They've already turned it into bits and memes and stuff. What the hell are you getting out of that? So I've really, really recommitted to look at the world and be bored, and then find a way to overcome your boredom. That's where you'll get your best material.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Good
doing
luck with you.
I'm doing the opposite. I look at I live online. I have an insatiable.
I did too, and there's days when I still get up and I can't stop myself. But
because I'm hoping that in that scrolling that I will be energized, or what are you going? What are you?
You're justifying it, but you're not energized. You're sitting and you're just scrolling.
Scrolling is cocaine. All it's going to inspire you to do is scroll more.
But cocaine does energize you.
But it energizes you to go get more cocaine.
It's my kid.
To do more coke. I have a really my daughter and I and her mom. We have a really good especially. My wife is really good at going, we're having an adventure today, and she will find the weirdest, goofiest, most random thing for us to go do, even if it's not necessarily great. Like, let's just, she found there's an adult adult dodgeball league, and we went and watched these dodgeball games at this little gym in the Pan Pacific Park, and it was so clumsy and weird, but then also we ended up, because we never looked at our phones, we're like, look at all the little personalities going on here. These people are just having fun doing it. This person's taking it way too seriously. And this is this person's world. And you're watching all these little movies and all these little things happening, and you're deciding what they are, rather than somebody editing it and putting it together. So we're always looking to do just random stuff like that. Go see a show. Go, just go and look at the world, and let boredom overtake you, and then deal with the boredom with keeps your creativity strong.
Howie Mandel here. You know what I don't get? Why you're feeling congested, miserable, and spreading germs everywhere, and don't do anything about it. Nasal Fresh MD has created a way to take back control without sacrificing your comfort. I gotta say, it's a total game changer. Nasal Fresh is a drug-free solution that uses powered saline rinsing and suction to literally suck the mucus out. Go to nasalfreshmd.com, use code Howie25 for 25% off. Take it from me, your nose, and everyone around you is gonna say thank you. And your 16-year-old is okay going with her parents to a random dodgeball.
Yeah, and by the way, she will be listen, she's like, oh, I can't believe I'm gonna go. What are we doing?
She wouldn't spend a moment with me when she was 16.
Oh, we go to movies all the time, and your kids are always the most interesting people you're ever gonna meet. So always try to hang out with them as much as you can, even if they don't want to. They want to, but they have to. It's part of a survival instinct for them to go, leave me alone. That is part of it's in their DNA to separate from you, because that's how they become adults. But deep down, they want to hang out with you. They want to go do stuff.
I'm letting you know, your experience is not everyone's experience.
Oh, okay. Well, it's definitely mine. Yeah. And it's also really cool now, because I'm such
now it is.
I'm such a movie buff that I took Alice to go see the original Alien at the New Beverly, and it's so amazing. For someone of her generation, if you show them a movie from the 70s or 80s, and they go, they didn't have any AI, they had to figure out how to, it's not as scary anymore. It's more like wow, they solved that problem.
Does she want to be a filmmaker? Is that her thing?
She doesn't know what she wants to do yet, and I'm so glad that I have a 16-year-old that's like, I don't know what I don't know yet. That's how I was. I didn't know what I wanted to do till I was 19. I was just I think you're supposed to be scattered and trying to figure out what you want to do.
But that's not what our environment tells us, because you got to pick a major.
You gotta grind. You gotta grind early. We got kids. Why have we introduced this this weird Willy Loman aspect to childhood? Why have we put grinding on childhood? Should be absolute randomness, daydreaming. That's how you build strong, confident, imaginative people.
Did you have a beautiful childhood?
I had the classic 70s childhood. When it gets dark, come home. Just go. Don't be in the house watching TV. Back then, you were a bad parent if you didn't shove your kids out the door and tell them to go run around. Now they're all like, you keep your kids inside, it's got to be safe. When weirdly, things are way safer than they were in the 70s. In the 70s, my parents were like, it's 3 o'clock, go outside, dinner's at 6, come back in 3 hours.
Yeah, me too.
And we didn't have, let's pick up some sticks, and I guess these are swords now. Like, we just think of things to do. Think of something.
You said you didn't know what you wanted to do until you were 19. Was that stand-up at 19?
Stand-up, yeah. It was that thing of, I was between freshman and sophomore year of college, and that's the first indication, I think, in life that you get where you're like, I better figure out what I'm going to do. Like, this college is going to end, and I got to be... So I did a lot of different jobs, and the only one that... I was working as a DJ. I was doing temp work. I was studying to become a paralegal. It was just like... And it was all stuff that it was making okay money, but I didn't care about any of it. And then I went and did an open mic at Garvin's in D.C.
Wow.
And I ate it so friggin' hard, and I loved the hang. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the fact that I'm sitting in the back with.
Why did you go? Because did people tell you were funny?
Yeah,
like the class clown?
I wasn't the class clown. I was in the class clown clique. There's that clique of people that are just really into comedy. They all can recite everything. We could recite Monty Python, and anytime like Robin Williams was on the Tonight Show, we could just recite it the next day, and people like Sam Kinison and stuff like that. And then I was the only guy that said maybe I can make this a profession, and it was so hard. But I loved this life. This is the life I want to live. So I fell in love with the life first, and then eventually I got good. You're one of the few that went up and killed his first time, right?
The very first time.
But
with no understanding.
Which can drive people crazy sometimes, though.
The fellow comics or myself?
Yourself.
Myself, I didn't understand. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know why I was even receiving the adulation I was receiving. I didn't know that what I was doing was particularly funny, because I was authentically reacting to to whatever the situation was, and for me it was fear and adrenaline and not understanding. So when they were laughing at my fear and adrenaline, I started going, what? No, tell me what, and that became my catchphrase. And I tried to hide inside a rubber glove, and I blew it up on my head that I carried because of OCD, and they roared at that, and I had the sense that, oh, this is a closer, goodbye, and just any reason to get off stage. What really opened up my eyes was the opportunity to see Richard Pryor put together Live on the Sunset Strip each and every night at the Comedy Store. And
you'd be there watching him do it, and nice.
and what it up until then, my kind of entree into comedy was people like Rodney Dangerfield and George Carlin and people like that, who had, for lack of a better description, an act.
Very prepared. I've seen some of Rodney's notes. Like every beat is written out. Like
everything. Touch his tie. He wrote, and then I'll adjust my tie.
It's like watching notes on like a conductor's music sheet for the symphony he's about to conduct. Like every little thing he's going to do is all mapped out on there. It was amazing.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it. His
They showed
wife
me
came
that.
here and showed me a lot of that because there was talk of trying to resurrect him in AI, and she has like unreleased footage. And
Rick Rubin gave me a couple photocopies of his notes, and it's just like a Mayan codex of comedy. It's so incredible.
So it's amazing, and I loved all that. And I watched it, and I watched on the Tonight Show. No aspiration to replicate that or do that. But then when I watched
Richard
Pryor, not on TV, but on the stage,
doing the work,
I realized that the most engaging stuff for me and for that audience was anything that was authentic. Because if you look at the reality of what he's talking about, you know, he was drug-addled. You know, he's putting that together right after he almost died, freebasing. He still had the bandages.
He knows he's going on stage with everyone having that in their minds. Is he going to talk about it? How to, like... So he's under that pressure.
So then I started to understand that maybe my personal experience, even if that experience is in the moment, was somehow relatable. Like even a terrified guy who goes, okay, what do you want to hear? What do you want to? So here's a guy who doesn't know what's going to happen next. Here's a guy that doesn't say. You know, a lot of people do crowd work. My very first HBO special in 1983.
I remember that.
But was crowd work.
Look, everybody, this guy has no dick. He
Right.
his head right into the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is those moments, nobody was doing crowd work then. Was just because I had nothing to say. I had nothing prepared. And nobody was going on unprepared. So that became my thing. But I also became a kind of a pariah at the store and other places where people who had, toiled hours and hours and hours.
I'm fascinated with there's a certain number of comedians who go on stage their first time and they kill, and then they cannot get. I remember, I'm pretty sure I saw Dave Chappelle go up the first because he was on the show, my first show, and I think that was his first. He was 14, and he just annihilated. And I've always talked about that, and he always points out to me, yeah, but then I couldn't buy a laugh for like a year afterwards because I was so in my head that I went up and just killed. And you know what I mean? And I know that also happened to David Cross, and it also happened to Brian Regan.
I love him.
He went, much like you, he was going to do his first open mic, and he tells the story on different shows. I just love the story because he prepared, like he had everything down. He memorized that. Here's what I'm going to do. And he goes up at his first open mic, and his mind went blank. He just went blank. And he started talking about how I forgot what I'm going to say. I'm blank. And it was so, but he was so real and honest about it that it just destroyed. Like the audience completely connected with him. And he's just such a charming guy. Like you just root for him. And then the club owner was like, hey, that was really, I'll just have you back next week for a paid spot. And Brian said, he's like, out of the gate, man, out of the gate. Went back the next week, did his prepared set that he did. We were just completely ate it. Like could not get a laugh. So that can really, when comedians go on for the first time, I always go, I hope it just goes horribly for you. I hope, because all you got to get over right now is just the fear of being on stage. That's all you got to get over. That's the first thing you got to learn, is that being on stage, and then everything else will follow.
See, for me, I believe that. Well, maybe I'm saying the exact same thing in a different way, but I like that fear. And even now, I want that fear. I don't want to, and I kind of get now why, I used to be disappointed at going to a rock show if they didn't play their hit, and you'd go, how can you not play your hit? And I get now as an artist, you kind of, there is something to be said of, there's that discovery of finding something new and creating something in your mind in the moment or that day or that year, and then sharing it and going, oh my God, everybody, there's a connection. That's how you connect.
If you're not surprised, the audience isn't going to be surprised. And so, but I just, the times that I've eaten it, and then there's nothing more important than waking up the next day and going, oh, the world didn't end, that didn't matter. And then you're free to just do whatever you want. Like, just go. It will not end the world. If you have a great set or a bad set, you just got to be up there creating and being real and being present.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, did my brownies come through?
This is a YouTube from you. Oh my God!
What is this?
100,000.
What does that mean? What's happening?
We got
100,000 subscribers.
Oh, really? Well, you're welcome, Howie. You got the Oswalt bump. You just saw it happen in real time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you want underpants?
Do I want underpants? Shouldn't I get some pads with them, though?
I don't know. You pissed before the show. This is man-made underpants.
Man-made,
Yes.
as opposed to the...
So these
Sorry,
are,
I don't want to mess up the. I don't want to mess up the ad read. Go ahead.
It's not an ad read. It's just what size are you?
I'm
Medium,
an L.
small, L.
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 Yeah.
Feel those. I almost knocked your tea up. These are 4 guys in Canada that started making like an ultra breathable soft model kind of pants that is beyond.
Oh, I thought you. It's 4 guys in Canada that have started the company.
Yeah,
I thought you said it was
it's not-
4 guys in Canada. I was like, well,
This is just for guys.
I don't know
in
what to
Canada.
tell you.
It's
Yeah,
Canadian
I'm not in.
underpants. It's for. They nice.
I mean, it feels very, very breathable.
Oh yeah.
There's a pocket.
Yeah.
Because
No.
who doesn't? Yeah, there's a pocket.
No.
Oh no, that's not a pocket. No. Although you know what, I spend so much of my day in my underwear while I'm just writing. If I had a pocket, I could just put my cell phone right there, right in the
Yeah,
front.
well, you
and
can put your cell phone
just
right there,
nuke
but you're
my
gonna
nuts right there.
There you go. You can put your. It's not a pocket. It's a slash. It's a
Yeah.
slit to.
It's so you can.
You are one of the most charming, incredible, smart.
I
wonderful-
know.
I know.
Jesus.
I was waiting for you to say it, but this has been great, and I've been trying to get you here for a long time. But
I
you're
know,
a very
my-
busy guy.
You know what? It's like everyone's schedules is insane, and
But are there any other podcasts? Does anybody else have a podcast?
I mean, you know, I'm seeing other podcasts. You said you were cool with that. You said, well, you know what? It takes me a long time to do podcasts. I don't like doing Zooms. If there's ever a chance to come in live, I'll wait. I'd rather wait till my schedule opens up and I can drive to be there rather than do it over a Zoom.
We don't like doing Zooms either.
I hate them so much. I hate doing podcasts on Zooms. It's the worst.
too. Me
So
too.
I have. There's been some pretty big podcasts that I still haven't done yet, only because I'm like, can I just wait till I'm in this city with you? I'll just do it. I'll come in. I don't want to do it over Zoom, and they understand. Like we're sitting here talking.
And this is nice.
Yeah,
We've covered a lot of territory.
Other podcasts don't let you leave with underwear.
Underpants.
I'll tell you that. Underpants.
Well, it could be underwear.
Underwear. Undergarments.
Whatever. Do you want to dance?
I still don't want to dance.
You want to?
Did you think the underpants were going to make that happen?
No, just asking. I want people to subscribe. I want people to comment. Patton
to
Oswalt,
tell them what
anything
to
you want to
comment.
promote?
Yes, on November 20th, I have a new special coming out on Audible, and it's just a recording. I did an album.
What's it called?
It is called Black Coffee and Ice Water, and you can go to pattonoswalt.com and pre-order it. I just wanted to. I also have a special coming out next year that was filmed, but I was like, why can't we just put out albums again where you're just listening to the person? And I recorded it at the Minetta Lane Theater, and it was so fun. I wasn't being filmed. I didn't have to worry about makeup and lighting. I'm just up there talking, and it was so freeing, and I'm going to try to find a way. I want this to be big so that I can just put out albums. I just want to do albums.
You don't want to be on camera anymore.
I don't mind being on camera, but if I can just put out albums, oh my God.
Do you want me to tell people who are clicking onto this to turn it off of YouTube and just listen to the Audible?
No, because this is a very nice little setup.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying for my one. This is just me talking, but I'm talking about like an hour of me doing stand up. You shouldn't have to worry. Like, and by the way, even the
You should
classic,
record that naked though.
Oh,
And then it gives people like inspiration. I want to hear Patton Oswalt naked.
but I'd still have the audience there reacting to that. That would be weird. It's not me alone. I'm in front of an audience.
But you don't have problems with nudity. I've seen you in movies.
That is true. Hey, look, I did a nude scene with Charlize Theron. So
know.
I did a nude scene. Like my first movie nude scene, and I'm next to the most biologically perfect human being on the planet. Like I can't do a scene with Paul Giamatti or John Goodman. It's got to be with like Charlize
So how did you
Theron.
know? Did you get a boner?
No, I was so. Everyone, listen. Sex scenes are the least sexy thing you can do. It is so.
You're
not
lying
a
in
turn
bed
on.
naked with Charlize Theron. You didn't get a boner.
with 20 people looming over you. It was like a weird.
You're used to audiences.
It was my time down in Tijuana when I was. No, it's very nerve-wracking. And anyone I've ever talked to that's done like sex scenes are like they're the least sexy thing you can do. You don't get turned on.
I don't know her, but I bet that was disappointing for her. I think for a woman to be lying next to a naked man and you're not getting hard. I mean, these are all good excuses, but
That's
I'm
what
sure
she was thinking
that's
about.
not good for a woman's self-esteem.
Professional, and
That's what you
also,
say.
she is a genuinely amazing, like, next level actor. Like that thing where some people that are well, I'm in character because I'm doing method, so I've got to. She could drop into this character that Mavis character who's just so nasty and unpleasant, and then they yell cut and she boom be herself and then drop right back into it. It was just like the deep work that she's able to do. And that scene where we're both very nervous because if you watch the movie, our whole relationship is us just hanging out being assholes together and going, look at this loser and look at this piece of crap. And now we've both gotten to the point where we're so lonely, and we're not, it's not that just that we're naked with each other. We have nothing, we don't have any smart nasty things to say. We're just like, can we even exist if we're just physical? So that fear is really, she played that so well in the scene, and it made it, she's just a great scene partner to have because she will put you where you need to be with no compromise. It's just incredible.
Wonderful. Did you remain friends? Have you seen her?
Yeah. We text every now and then, but she's like, I'm not going to just go, hey, did you see the new episode? No, she's traveling the world.
Watch this.
Will you text her now and tell her to do the podcast? Charlize Theron. When is Charlotte?
I will tell her when I see her in something that's amazing. I mean, she has one line.
This is not an amazing podcast.
She has one. No. When I see her, and I wasn't putting you down. I'm talking about when I see her. She has one line in the first episode of The Studio that is so perfectly delivered that she has to say to Ike Barinholtz and Seth Rogen. She only says one thing to them, and it's a whole. There's so much power behind this one line that she says. She's just one of those. Oh, this is like next level acting. It's like when you watch it's like when you watch like a Mark Rylance or a Toni Collette, where you're like, oh yeah, you're doing this other thing that I'm showing up and reading lines and I'm doing my work, but this is.
No, you're a good actor. You shouldn't. Don't downplay yourself.
Yeah, I'm not down. I think I'm in there.
I'm sure Charlize is someplace right now doing an interview, saying that scene with Patton. Did you get wet? And people are going, no, it was she's saying it was professional. That's not what it's about. You should see the way Patton works. He creates a character. You're amazing, buddy.
Oh, man,
come back anytime. Use the facility. Just come play.
I might actually take you up on that.
Please do.
All right.
I'm not just saying that.
Thanks, man.
Patton Oswalt, you want to sing them out, Sonny?
Do you do this for all the guests? You have the band?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, let him think it's just
wow.
No, just you.
Just you.
Really? I can't imagine like Mark Maron dancing to that band.
He didn't dance. He didn't dance. Nope.
Get your groove on right now. Watching Howie Mandel. Get your groove on right now. Watching Howie Mandel. Patton Oswalt, he's the best. Ratatouille, a master chef. Comic book, a major author. Black coffee and ice water. Minor threats and superpowers. This is his finest hour. Wedding DJ, adolescent. Patton is effervescent. It's hungry.